those third world countries can put a hold on your passport, right? It's quite possible that they might introduce something where they either don't let you renew your passport, they don't let you travel, they issue notices for whatever reason, right? They're going absolutely berserk. Some of these dictatorships are directly affecting the people within their own country, let alone the people staying outside, let's say in the Gulf. So things are rapidly and fluidly changing. You don't want to be caught in the crossfire when you don't have anything to do with that third world dictatorship. This is the time to act and work on your options. So, a lot of people in the Gulf, especially countries like Oman, Dubai, Qatar, Bahrain, that region, or even Saudi Arabia, are sitting in those countries since 20 years, 40 years in some extreme cases. And I'm getting a lot of calls from such people who hold third world passports. Now, this really didn't matter a decade ago, right? You could have any passport from any third world country, especially the South Asian dictatorships. They were dictatorships in the making since then, but the laws were different at that time, so it really did not matter. And now people who are in their 40s, 50s, 60s, and even more are still, they don't have any of those citizenships. They're not a Dubai, UAE citizen yet. They're never going to get citizenships, and they still hold pathetic passports in some cases. Now, the passport being pathetic or having extremely poor access, that is not the problem here. The problem is that some of these third world countries, right? These countries are now becoming dictatorships. Let's say if you're from the Gulf, you don't live there, right? You don't live there, but you still hold their passport. The population is exponentially growing. These dictatorships are brainwashing some of these people. The situation is a lot different in your third world country today than it was before. And some of the policy changes are getting more draconian as these dictatorships focus more on citizenships, your passports, your residencies, and stuff like that. Things are getting complicated. So it's extremely important to detach yourself or disassociate yourself with certain dictatorship countries, right? Let's say you're still a citizen of that country, which does not make any sense. You haven't lived there for 20 years, 30 years, or even more. And you just, for no reason, for some reason, right, just because you were born there in that territory, you continue to hold that passport. What's more concerning for these people is that their children have never seen those countries, never lived in those countries, those third world countries of which they are still a citizen of. And this is particularly impacting those children. So overall, the whole family gets affected, and this is the time to carefully rethink and immediately start your residencies and then let those residencies convert into citizenships. Now, you have immediate options. There are around 9 countries that still offer CBI options, so you can outright purchase citizenship. Now, those have some drawbacks, some cons, which I have extensively covered. But what's more beneficial is starting multiple residencies in different strategic locations, right? You have a residency from the Mercosur area, you have a residency from the C4 area. Let's say you're starting off with a Mexican residency for that eventual Mexican citizenship. It is one of the strongest passports in the world. So once you're hitting all the right time frames of your schedule, I should say, you're naturalizing in these very important countries, you're picking up very important nationalities and passports, you at least need a couple of them to totally detach yourself from any centralized influence of a certain country. So you're not only detaching yourself from that third world dictatorship, which you don't have anything to do anymore, and on the other side, you're establishing a strong passport, a strong residency. So let's say Dubai fits your needs, good for you, or let's say the Gulf, any Oman fits your needs, good for you. But the moment you think, no, you want to change, you can go and live in your country of citizenship, that powerful citizenship, and have a diversified lifestyle. A lot of Americans and Canadians are moving to Mexico for that freedom right, from their own country. So it really doesn't hurt for someone from Gulf to move to Mexico, spend some time of the year. And Mexico is not the only place, right? As I said, Mercosur has Argentina and Chile, top countries in the world. So you can have an option there. You can also look at a country like Peru, which gives you citizenship in 2 years, right? You can qualify for their citizenship. So there are very good, interesting options. And if Latin America is not your thing, then you have some couple of hidden gems in Europe. You have EU as well as non EU options, and my channel covers extensively all these different residencies. We have attorneys, strong attorneys in all these places that we support. And if you are interested, you can always book a call. We can discuss what is the best residency that can get you citizenship and get you started with the option of your choice. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on changes to any of the programs, right? I keep discussing this on a almost on a daily basis, real-time basis. The moment there's any change to anything, it's announced on this channel. We are the very first ones to break any updates. And if you want to be an insider to get a scoop of what's happening on the ground from our other expats, our advanced members, then you can always join the channel membership. We keep updating different rule changes even before any video is created. So make use of that if you want to be an insider of the Good Life community. And I hope you like this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed.